I don't know. I can't get behind Sky Moore running good routes. That was one of the things that I'm a little concerned on. Now, given Travis Kelsey being out and also the Chiefs not having a single practice with Travis Kelsey being out, that's just we can call it poor game prep, but that's not. I don't know if that's the way to word it exactly because you just can't prep for that scenario, right? Travis Kelsey goes down late in the week. You're coming up. You're just out of practices. You gotta go with what you got. So poor game prep, kind of. But I think the more concerning part is number one, Rashee Rice looked good. You go to him early. He gets the early drop out of the way. Then he gets the touchdown, and then he like doesn't see the field again. But the problem is the offensive line held up really well, especially given the talent they had to go against in the Detroit Lions. Patrick Mahomes has over 2.5 seconds to throw for almost every pass. That's on average. And then you look at the sky cam, and there's not a single receiver getting open. We've got a lot of drops, and that happens. These guys aren't getting open. Patrick Mahomes had a lull in the night, and that's not due to his fault. The guys aren't getting open. He had the most carries out of anybody on our team. He had the most rushing yards out of anybody on our team because he had to escape the pocket because nobody's getting open. So part of the problem is nobody's getting open. The other part of the
Well,
problem is nobody can catch the damn ball when it comes their way.
He had some options for throws. He just was not looking that way. If he looked that way, gave people some chances there, they were open. There were some possibilities there, but he was
I
zoned
think
in on one
I
side of the
think they
field.
had enough struggles getting open that Pat wasn't necessarily expecting the certain times that they were open. And that I mean it's similar to some of the struggles we had earlier on in the season, i.e. like the Colts last year, where Pat doesn't feel like he trusts his wide receiver room or just isn't getting the right results out of his wide receiver room because it was jumbled, a lot of new faces. Um, I think we're in a slightly worse off position early in the season because we're dealing with such young guys. We at least had Juju as a vet in there to kind of help hold things down,
I mean,
but
MVS is a vet, and he couldn't do much either.
he was the way we play our wide receivers are not like it. I don't know. Like he didn't he was catching the ball when thrown to him, but the way
Couldn't get open.
we rotate everybody, like he's not
No.
gonna.
I think that was a part of the other problem is too much rotation. Like let guys get in and get in a groove potentially. But it's good that it happened at this point in the season and not later on when if Travis goes down or if somebody else goes down and you've got to worry about it because obviously Travis being there is going to mask this problem. Taking on the double teams, taking on the triple teams, that removes guys from having to be covered in zone or one on one and finding pockets. So having this problem this early in the season is potentially a good thing as we move on through the rest of the season, as the coaches will be able to work with the 7 receivers that we have on the roster and really get them to figure out exactly what it is that we need them to do as a team, but also what Patrick expects from them in the middle of a play. Another thing that I thought was necessary to point out on something that went wrong, a guy that we've all been very, very high on the defensive side, Nick Bolton, led our team in tackles, has been a rock solid piece of our defense and something that I called out maybe a problem in our pregame show. He could not get off a block. One of the things that has helped him be able to hit the gaps is Chris Jones taking the double teams, making sure the offensive linemen stay off the second level so that he can come in and make the tackle, whether it's at the line of scrimmage or behind. One thing that Nick Bolton could not do was get off a block from an offensive lineman. He was there to help with gang tackles, but he could not get off an offensive lineman who was moving to the second level to meet the running back at the line of scrimmage, whether it was outside or inside. And that's something that he's really going to have to work on because there is going to come a time when he's not going to be able to play behind Chris Jones who's been helping him massively. Chris Jones clearly showed that he was a big part of that defense in the other aspects of the game where a linebacker needs to be able to fill and flow and get off of a block. Nick Bolton's really going to have to work on that.
He did run over that running back, though.
Yeah.
The one time that was pretty good.
That might have been our best play of the game, and it wasn't even that good of a result for us. I think it was just an incomplete pass, but
They threw a flag for
the
tripping.
morale boost, and just to see David Montgomery get fucking flatbacked. But as athletic as Nick Bolton is, that has been a documented problem in his game throughout his entire career. One of the reasons why a couple of Chiefs media people have really called out Nick Bolton in the past, saying he's not that good of a linebacker.
Zach Eisen.
Yes. But he's athletic enough to make big plays. So the Chiefs defense has always kind of gone over big play capability versus
regular
maybe
old
some
Reggie
fundamentally
Ragland.
sound stuff. Regular old who?
Reggie Ragland.
He's better than Reggie. He's
Clearly.
way better than Reggie
Clearly.
Ragland, dude.